Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that is probably the most often asked question that I get on my channel and my videos, and that is where and how I buy my pre-loved items. And when I first started kind of dipping my toe into the luxury world, I wondered the same thing, and people would, casually mention that they got this pre-loved, and I always wanted to know, like, where did you do that? How did you do that? How do you know if it's authentic? And I'm not going to get into all of those questions in this channel because I am far from an expert. I am not pretending to be an expert at all. I've only been buying and selling luxury items for probably around 6 months, but in that time, I have watched what a lot of other people are doing, and I have bought and sold a few things myself. So I just wanted to share that information. Please note that I am not giving any advice here. If you have a bad transaction, please don't blame me for that. Um, this is just me sharing my experiences with you. I'm not telling anybody else what to do because, like I said, not an expert, really don't know what I'm doing. But I feel like I have kind of collected some information in the last few months that I really wish that I had had when I started buying and selling pre-loved goods. So I'm just going to share this information with you. Do with it what you will. So I have only purchased and sold pre-loved items one way, and that is on Facebook. And there are many, many Facebook groups for buying and selling luxury goods. Most are grouped by brands. So for example, the one that I have done all of my buying and selling on is called Louis Vuitton Addicts Buy Sell Chat, I believe, or it could be Louis Vuitton Addicted Buy Sell Chat. But basically, the way that I found them is just by typing Louis Vuitton into Facebook search, and usually they will show up in the groups. There's also one I think that is called Authentic Louis Vuitton Only, and then there are some groups for Chanel and some for other groups. And once you kind of start getting into them, you'll hear people talking about the different groups, and that's just kind of how you find out about different ones. So for all of them, you do have to be invited, and I don't think that it's like someone has to send you an invite, but you have to say that you want to be a member, and then you'll be accepted into the group. And the reason for that is just so that the admins can monitor any people that are coming in and selling fake bags or not following the rules and are being offensive or any sort of negative behavior. They'll be blocked from the group, and that's the only reason that you have to be accepted into the group. So I have purchased, I want to say 4 or 5 items from the Facebook group. I've had all positive experiences, and they were all with different people. I have sold 2 items on the group, and they both sold within an hour very quickly, and I had great experiences selling. That said, every now and then you will see a story pop up in the Facebook group of someone who did not have a good transaction, and on any of these websites, even ones that are like legitimate companies that have a website that guarantee authenticity, you always have to do your research and your due diligence. So I think that kind of goes without saying, but I just wanted to throw it out there. So nothing is guaranteed on any of these sites. But I have had a positive experience with the Facebook groups, so I would recommend checking those out if you are interested in the pre-loved market. And I think it's good too to just go and become a member of the group and just kind of watch what is happening. That's really how I learned a lot. I would see what things were selling for. I would kind of see the back and forth between buyers and sellers, and so that's just a really good place to kind of learn about the pre-loved market. And then there are websites like Fashion File, Yugi's Closet. There's quite a few, but those are 2 of the bigger names. And basically you get a little bit more protection because you have recourse if you are unhappy with the bag or if you don't believe it's authentic, which I think is pretty rare that it would not be authentic through a large website like that. But it's easier to send it back, and you don't have to worry quite as much that you're not getting an authentic bag. With that peace of mind does come an increase in price. So when you buy through the Facebook groups, or if you just buy through any individual, you are going to get a better price because you don't have to pay the middleman, which in this case would be Yuki's Closet or eBay, or something like that. There's also a bunch of like one-off other websites, and I'll list everything in the description box below so you can just go and look through and check them out all out on your own. I'm not going to go through each and every one, mainly because I don't have personal experience with any of the websites I'm mentioning, so this is something good to note. And I also don't have personal experience with any of the eBay sellers that I'm going to mention as well. All of the websites and all of the eBay sellers that I'm going to mention, I have seen other YouTubers purchase things from, and they have all had personal experiences. And so because I really like buying pre-loved because it saves me some money, I have created my own personal little list of all of these websites to look at. So that's really what I'm providing to you. I have experience with the Facebook groups. With everything else, I don't have personal experience, but I have heard good things about it. So take all of this with a grain of salt when you are going through these websites. So the last place to buy pre-loved is eBay, and eBay I think is probably the seediest place to buy luxury goods, and that is because there are a lot of fakes. Like there's a lot of fakes on there, and there's a lot of good fakes. And so if you don't really know what to look for, you could easily buy yourself a fake handbag. And yes, you use PayPal, and so you could maybe get your money back, but I don't know, to me that just sounds like a terrible experience. I would not want to go through that at all. So eBay is something that I have not tried. I am interested in looking in the future, specifically at the people that I will list below in the description box. But I think that if you are concerned about authenticity and concerned about having a good experience, I think probably your best bet is a website like Fashion File or Yuki's Closet. If you are a little bit more comfortable having a transaction between an individual person, then Facebook groups may be the way for you to go. If you have a trusted seller on eBay, I think that's a great way to go. But if you are kind of just looking for something really specific and you see an eBay seller that has not been used by anyone, that's definitely a little riskier. You could still get yourself a great deal. There are honest people on eBay for sure, but there's a ton of fakes on eBay, so you have to really watch your back. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it helps you buy any pre-loved goods that you're looking for. Again, just be careful and do your due diligence because nothing is certain except for going to the store. So these are just tips to help you navigate the pre-loved market. Really, I think the best thing that I can advise is to take your time and to watch a lot of YouTube videos because a lot of people buy pre-loved items, and I think that there are certain people on YouTube that I trust, and so I listen to what they have said, and I think that they're trustworthy, and so those are the ones that have made my list, not just like a bunch of random YouTubers. So good luck shopping. Let me know what you guys get if you buy anything, and thanks for watching. Bye.